could be subject to the violator to ejection. It may result in penalties being assessed against your team. Tonight's starting lineup for the Vineyard High School. Right wing number 2, 100 meter. The center number 19, Vineyard. Left wing number 9, Colby Zara. On defense number 22, Eli Dunsford. The number 11, Penny Hatt. Goal season for the Vineyard number 30, Graham Stern. Starting lineup for Somerset Berkley, right wing number 18, Nate Cadero. Center number 5, John Pacheco. Left wing number 22, Evan Alfonso. On defense number 12, Ashton Morocco. And number 11, Vinny Russell. Starting goal, safety number 30, Dylan Belfire. Our great nation has persevered through the leadership and sacrifices of the men and women who have served or currently serving in our armed forces. We invite both veterans and current military personnel to please stand. We thank you for your service to our country. Now I invite you all to stand to play the national anthem.
A pleasant good evening, everybody, and welcome inside Gallo Arena in Bourne, Massachusetts for this Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week Playoff Edition. This is the 2020 MIAA Postseason Boys Hockey, Ice Hockey, South Division 3. My name is Jim McCabe, providing play-by-play for this one. Martha's Vineyard against Somerset Berkley. And the winner of this one is going to take on Bishop Stang. No, that's not right. They're going to take on the winner of Dartmouth against Rockland. The southwest portion of this bracket is what we're focusing on. That one just went final before this one. Bishop Stang beat Nantucket, so they're on to the quarterfinals. And they'll play the winner of Hopkinton against Silver Lake. And the winner of that one will be in the semifinals against the winner of the four here, Dartmouth, Rockland, Somerset Berkley, and the Vineyard. And the Vineyard hoping to get to the quarterfinals, which would be Sunday here at Gallo Arena. Underway against Somerset Berkley. They're the home team in this one. And are these dark blue or are they black jerseys that Somerset Berkley wears? Looks like blue. I have black on the dry erase board for the first time seeing Somerset Berkley. Welcome to the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week, the South Coast Conference team. Playing, of course, against the Martha's Vineyard and the Cape and Islands League Lighthouse Division. Martha's Vineyard wearing the purple jerseys. Starting goaltender for the Somerset Berkley team is Dylan Belkior. Didn't have time to get the names up before. We're going right back to back on these games. Dylan Belkior is, I believe, how we say that name. Let me know on Twitch if that sounds correct. We are on Twitch live here on this Friday evening, February 28th. And it's Graham Stearns in net for Martha's Vineyard, and he's been the steady backstop for the Vineyarders all season this season. And this puck Somerset Berkley zone. I got to find out what their nickname is. Against the Vineyarders. And this will be played ahead by Carter Stevens. Martha's Vineyard regaining possession in their own zone. We are just underway. This was scheduled for 6 p.m., but we've gotten underway just a little bit early here. And a nice crowd here at Gallo Arena watching this one. Shot from the right point won't go on net from Tyler Politano. And it's a loose puck, and not seeing it in front of him right away was this player who's actually going to get a breakaway anyway. This is going to be moved in, and an attempt to pass out in front did not go from Cam Geary to Liam Merrick. I thought Geary should have shot that one. Certainly generated that chance with the speed and the push out. Everybody kind of fell asleep there in the Vineyard zone for a little bit, and Geary took advantage. But then he tried to pass it to Liam Merrick, and the effort to get back there from Somerset Berkley paid off. This is skated out through neutral by Colby Zarba. Zarba back-to-back there with Hunter Meter, who sends it in for the Vineyard. Now it's Zarba. Can't step out in front. Zarba. He'll pass one down low for Hunter Meter. Watch out for these two players for Martha's Vineyard here this evening. Couldn't make that magic happen. Vineyard will reset from neutral, and this is going to be walked in by Elias Gunderson. Shot. That one goes by the goaltender Belchior. As a puck movement and a shot that goes for Gunderson, but it's a save made. And Somerset Berkley is going to get to clear the shovel out by Jonathan Chico. A couple number 22s there. Gunderson read the play with Evan Afonso on him and was able to play it out of danger. Vineyard on the delayed offside. It'll be hurled in and the tag up. No pressure here for Vincent Russell for Somerset Berkley as he gets it out. Now skated out with the player on him. Is this guy who's going to try and get it back here at number 19 for Somerset Berkley. That was Max Aguiar. Vineyarders trying to get back in, but this one's not going quite as smoothly as Martha's Vineyard would have liked. And they'll get another dump in here. Vineyarders keep this puck in on the clear attempt. Goes down low for Michael Wallace. He's wrapped up. And played along urgently near side by Davis Sullivan. And the Vineyarders were doing a good job there of keeping the puck pinned in the offensive zone. But now this one is going to go down for the icing. Martha's Vineyard this season finishing in the Cape and Islands Lighthouse with a 3-2-1 record in the Section 3 South. The Vineyard finishing 11-7-2. Somerset Berkley finishing 15-3-0. So this is a battle between 5th seeded Somerset Berkley and 12th seeded Martha's Vineyard. This is going to be a slapper that goes in front and not able to tip that one home, but now getting another crack at it. Joshua Pacheco in the second time around. Save was made by Graham Stearns. Now this is a whistle and a stoppage, and we played 5 minutes and 4 seconds of this first period. Thanks so much for being with us on Twitch via Twitter. I drove to Cape Cod today with enough of that wonderful, wonderful thing called adrenaline. And this game that happened before this one was a real nail-biter. Nantucket losing to Bishop Stang, so we're not going to get the Battle of the Islands in the playoffs. It would have taken a couple of wins for both teams to get to the semifinals where they would have met. But Bishop Stang on top in the game before this one. 5-2 was the final. This one goes in on Stearns. Wasn't, I don't think, intended as a shot, more of a pass. Kept out, and then this is going to go all the way down deep into the Somerset Berkley zone. That's what I'm going to call them consistently for now. 100-meter takes this one away. It's a turnover. 100-meter for the Vineyard. Can't shoot that one on net. There's a stick in the way. So it's going to go below us and in on this one and getting hit hard. There. Carter Stevens giving the business to Kenny Hatt. Vincent Russell. D-to-D pass. Carter Stevens launches one out for neutral. And Somerset Berkley will start back again. Trying to get through neutral, having trouble. Vineyard in the process of changes. And picking that one was Pete Gillis, attempting to keep it in the offensive zone for Martha's Vineyard, unsuccessful. Almost at the halfway point now of this first period. Now, hand pass has stopped play. With 8:29 to go in the first. 1-0 would be the score if a team had scored. We're at 0-0. Face off in the Martha's Vineyard zone. Flipped high in the air and out of play. And that gives me a chance to tell you our sponsor for this game is Carpet Care Martha's Vineyard. Carpet, vinyl, tiles, and much more. Call for free estimates at 508-693-9462. Another face-off in the MV zone, and Somerset Berkley with the face-off win. Shot was taken. Matthew Costa. The save was made by Graham Stearns. Comes back in front of the net, gloved down by this Martha's Vineyard defender who cannot clear. And the Vineyard on the second go-around will get this out. The puck on its edge. And this puck jarred free. A couple of Vineyarders came in on that puck holder for Somerset Berkley. Now it's sent back into the SB zone. Playing it away from pressure, Tyler Politano. No, he didn't get it away from the man here, Liam Merrick, who got it on the turnover. Now he'll pass. And it'll be shoveled along by Nick Ben David, coming in from the point. That one didn't get on net. The shot taken by Jackson Pacheco. Somerset Berkley getting new players out onto the ice. Now this is cleared out to neutral. It looks like it could be a 2-on-1. There's a Somerset Berkley player getting back. It's played out in front. Colby Zarba can't get that one in. Got the pass from 100 meter. Zarba looks, passes. Here's a man who's going to shoot over the net from Jackie Pisano. Martha's Vineyard comes alive now. But this gets extinguished on the turnover. It'll be cleared by Tyler Politano. And Pacheco from his own zone will spin this one. This goes down and nobody touched it, so that's going to be icing. Somerset Berkley Raiders, I've just learned. Vineyarders waiting this face-off in their own zone. A little bit slow getting out, but they do. Kenny Hatt, captain of Martha's Vineyard, with a dump in. Goes to the far side. Nice check on the Vineyard player to try and get this back for the Raiders. They do, and there you see actually Raiders across the helmet. Perhaps you see it, I do. 6 minutes and change now left in the first of it, a scoreless game. Golfed along deep in his own zone by Ashton Bronco. And the Raiders do get this out. This is charged ahead by Jonathan Pacheco. Pacheco plays it out in front. That won't go for a pass. Wouldn't have been a great shot, so I would say Pacheco made the right decision there. But not able to get the connection out in front. And we've gotten a stoppage now for a puck that's gone out of play. 5:50 remaining in the first. Off this face-off in the Vineyard zone, which you see in the far end of the ice. We're going to see Martha's Vineyard shoot twice in the near side here at Gallo Arena on our broadcast perch and alumni corner in this game. This is a backhander in front that just goes wide. Somerset Berkley was ready to erupt the fan base. Jonathan Pacheco just backhanded that one wide. And this one goes out to neutral. I mean, they were ready to celebrate on that one. Puck in, shot. And the save is made by Stearns. Stearns, I'm sorry. Face-off win for Somerset Berkley in the offensive zone. Shot from the right point by Tyler Politano. Didn't get on net. And it'll go around to the far side. Sits there. Players crash in for it. Go down. Picked up. And the man finding just the space there to backhand it in was Aguiar for Somerset Berkley. Shot from the right point. Not getting all of that was Tyler Politano. It was a hopper. And now it is icing again on Martha's Vineyard. And we're down to 4 minutes, 42 seconds of this first period. A lot of face-offs in the Martha's Vineyard zone here in this first. Face-off win for the Vineyard. This man's going to escape. He's going to move in. He's going to just nudge it out in front. Was hoping for the pass. He ran out of room there and slow to get up. As he went to the boards hard was Jake Scott, just out of the reach of Michael Wallace. Scott's without his stick, and he is not looking good as he heads off to the bench. Jake Scott, and I felt that one up here, man. And this is brought in now by Pete Gillis for the Vineyard. A little backhander that goes off the outside of the post. Didn't have a great shooting chance on the forehand, so that was the backhand choice. Blast! And now almost deflected in front off Logan Arujo, taken by Jackson Pacheco, that shot. And now it's Somerset Berkley escaping out to center. It'll be a dump in by a man heading off for the change. That's Max Aguiar. Vineyard gets it out of its zone. From his own line, passed ahead by Matthew Costa. Now this man trying to find a way into the slot there, unsuccessful. Joshua Pacheco. And then it's blasted back in from neutral, and this goes out of play and or touches somebody on the bench. Or no, it's all the way down there in the corner. By the whistle in the stoppage, 3:33 remaining in the first. And another face-off in the Martha's Vineyard zone. Somerset Berkley wins the face-off. Shot from the right point. That was blocked from Matthew Costa. Not out of the zone yet. Shot won't go from Pacheco. He fanned on it. Pacheco takes another crack at it. It's behind the net now. Now a sharp angle, and that one is going to go as a pass, and it's moved along further now to the point and then turned over into the circle, but the Vineyard can't skate it out, and it's actually going to go on net, and Stearns making that save. And skied in by Vincent Russell for Somerset Berkley. They are racking up the zone time minutes. That's about it. Less than 3 minutes to go in the first. Vineyard gets this out. That one, Colby Zarba knew it was coming to him, but he couldn't get it. Now, so we shovel back into Vineyard ice by Evan Alfonso. Out in front of the Vineyard net. Controlled by Kenny Hatt. And now on for the control by Hunter Meter. Meter takes a bump but keeps on moving and then lost the puck. And from his own blue line started the other way by Vincent Russell. Long one in on Stearns, who makes the save and holds for the whistle. Nice contingent of Martha's Vineyard supporters here at Gallo Arena. I was talking to head coach Scott Corbett for Nantucket before this one for the last game. And the next game that the winner of this one would play is scheduled for Gallo Arena, but Coach Corbett for Nantucket said they're moving some stuff around, and maybe, instead of Gallo, might go to Canton. Maybe. Now with this is Liam Marek for the Vineyard, below the goal line in the offensive zone. Behind the net, players battling for it. It rings around to the near side, and it's hooked on back to the point. Shot won't go on net initially. Another one is a mask save. Belkior, the Somerset Berkley goaltender, got that one from Cam Geary. And a penalty coming up on Somerset Berkley. Then they finally do touch it. Vineyard's going on the power play. This is our first power play of the game. And it's an elbowing call, I believe that was, on Carter Stevens. First power play of the game. Face-off win for Martha's Vineyard. Point to point. Stolen away. Look out, Evan Alfonso is going to rush up the wing. Vineyard's getting back. Alfonso is going to shoot it, and it winds up going off of the end boards. We have less time in the period than we do on the power play. Slip out in front. Backhander Stearns to save on Jonathan Pacheco. Pacheco hammers. Blocked. And parks behind his own net for Martha's Vineyard is Hoffman Hearn. And Hearn skates it out to center, passes to a stationary man at the blue line. That's Hunter Meter. Meter passes, score! Colby Zarba, power play goal. Martha's Vineyard leads 1-0. Great pass out in front for Zarba, who celebrates hard on that one. 48.6 seconds left in the first.
Martha's Vineyard goal scored for number 9, Colby Zarba. Assist to number 19, Aiden Garrett. And number 27.
There are the 2 assists on that one. Down to a half minute.
Number 27, Hogan Hearn. Count the goal, 14-12.
And now down to about 10 seconds in the first. This is going to be a shot that bonks off a skate from Cam Geary. And we're going to get down to the whistle. Buzzer sounds, and we're done with 1 period of play. It's 1-0 Martha's Vineyard on the goal from Colby Zarba. We'll take a break and return for this one in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody, to Gallo Arena in Bourne. It is 1-0 lead for Martha's Vineyard over Somerset Berkley in this MIAA Boys Hockey South Division III playoff game. The second period starts with a penalty just 6 seconds in that's being called here against Martha's Vineyard. It's going to be the first power play of the game for Somerset Berkley. Penalized player was Elias Gunderson. Vineyard starts on the penalty kill quite well.
Martha's Vineyard penalty number 22, Gunderson. 2 minutes by interference. Vineyard, Gunderson, interference.
Interference was the call against Gunderson. First period goal scored by Colby Zarba. I think they may have given a one in wrong assist. The primary assist should have been Hunter Meter. Good long pass to Meter from Hoffman Hearn. And Meter brought it in and snapped a pass in front. And fish out of water for the goaltender Belchior after Zarba got it and shot it. Down the ice. Into the Somerset Berkley zone. They try to get it out. This is now taken, and he's going to play deeper to kill more time off the penalty clock here. Aiden Merrick, I'm sorry. This is a turnover. Vineyard couldn't set up for a shot shorthanded. And so Somerset Berkley is going to get this out to neutral. It'll be a dump in, and they're going to say icing on Somerset Berkley. Not thinking that was the case was Noah Taylor. They may have had a point. I thought he gained the red. .29 seconds remaining on the Somerset Berkley power play. Of course, Somerset Berkley, talking about a southeastern Massachusetts team. And just northeast between Fall River and Taunton. Somerset Berkley this season in the South Coast Conference going 11-1. They won the conference by a little bit over Dighton Rehoboth Seekonk. This is back to even strength now. Vineyard looking dangerous in the slot. And this clearing attempt is knocked down. Vineyard really dictating the pace of play in this one so far. Didn't feel like, even though Somerset Berkley had a lot of zone time in the first period, that they were really able to do anything with it. Puck remains in the Somerset Berkley zone. Eventually here, the Raiders are going to get this out. And this is a pass in the area of the Vineyard blue line there. Hoffman Hearn was able to disrupt Noah Taylor from getting it and going into the Vineyard zone. And now this is going to be launched ahead off a skate. And this one goes through the legs of Max Aguiar as the Vineyard goes D to D in their own zone. This is ahead now. Logan Arujo for the Vineyard. Arujo gets to the blue line and gets the dump in. Played around the end boards to the far side. And more puck movement for these two teams, and eventually now this goes into the Martha's Vineyard zone where Somerset Berkley looks to turn on the offense. And this is a keep-in. Man by himself for a little bit is going to be Nick Rigo. Rigo gets it out. There's a stationary man going off his stick there, Pete Gillis. And this now will be Hunter Meter controlling on the near side. Meter passed. And then a further one out in front attempted by Aiden Merrick. That one didn't go smooth. Now below the goal line, Hunter Meter gets by one person for that slow rolling truck tire. Will be played around to the near side. And there's the Vineyard doing a great job keeping it in his zone. In front, save is made by the Somerset Berkley goaltender Belkier on the chance that just came for Aiden Merrick. This is Merrick. A little pass over for Hunter Meter. Meter can't get by his man. Try to get it off the kick plate to himself. Now pass the other way. This is the lead man going to have to chase it down. Max Aguiar. He goes down in pursuit behind the net. Gunderson for Martha's Vineyard played it to the near side where it's taken by this Somerset Berkley player who shoots. Jonathan Pacheco deflected in front and just wide of the net and cleared down the ice by the Vineyard. And this is going to be icing on them. 1-0 remains to score. We're 5 minutes, 6 seconds into the second period. Here is a score update for you. 2-0 Hopkinton over Silver Lake after one period of play in the South Division 3 playoff field. Winner of that one's going to play Bishop Stang. They just beat Nantucket earlier. And as I said, the winner of all that would eventually play the winner of the Southwest quadrant here, in which these two teams are playing right now. Penalty coming up. High sticking call. Who's this on? About to find out. It's on a Somerset Berkley player, I think. And it is on number 21, Matthew Costa. Second power play of the game for Martha's Vineyard. Vineyard wins the faceoff. Elias Gunderson shot. Save is made by Dylan Belkier. That one came in low on him. Maybe it deflected in front possibly. Vineyard wins the faceoff and gets a quality chance there just 6 seconds into the power play. This is Logan Arujo. Arujo spins in the circle, near side, passes down low. Now it's Arujo, gets it out in front, shots, big save made, Belkier on Liam Merrick. And a little bit of goalie love from one to the other there. Graham Stearns on this end with the stick tap on the ice. Respect for his counterpart, as these goaltenders obviously always seem to have for one another in any given game. Except when they fight, and that's when it goes down a little bit. Talk about that some other time. Larujo for Martha's Vineyard goes behind the net. This power play is down to 1:15. The pass to a man that's wrapped up, Cam Geary, and it's going to be a clear for Somerset Berkley. Keeping the camera fixed as the Vineyard will start this breakout. Back on the power play, minute. Here, Geary takes it behind the net. And Geary passes out in front of the net's off. And that stops play. 8:22 remaining in the second period. .52 seconds remaining in the power play for Martha's Vineyard. Vineyard's already 1 for 1. Here's Hoffman, Hearn. Hearn the pass from the point. Colby Zarba gets it down low. Now this puck carrier will pass. That's Layden Merrick. Now it's Zarba. Out in front for Hearn. He'll steer it to the left circle. Offer back out in front, and that whistles by Colby Zarba. And shorthanded here. Somerset Berkley. Man couldn't go through. The defenseman was Evan Afonso. And now it's Zarba the other way. Shoots! That's a save made for Belchior. The power play is under 10 seconds. Some quality chances for the Vineyard on this man advantage. Nudged out for Hearn. We're back to even strength. Shot! A mess in front. Didn't go cleanly, but Zarba now has it. As this is bonus time for the Vineyard, controlling after the power play. Zarba goes down, almost looked like maybe intentional, but also maybe just possibly lost the edge. But either way, it worked out as far as puck protection. And now it's going to be a pass finally out to the left point, operating there. Nick Rigo sent down low. Rigo catches this on the line, and they say offside. I thought he kept that in. But they blow the play dead, down to 7:01 in the second period. Sponsorship for this game, Carpet Care Martha's Vineyard, offering carpet cleaning and ceramic tile installation. You can visit them online at Carpet Care, that's 2Ks, MVI.com. CarpetCareMVI.com. Opening round here for these two teams, the MIAA playoffs. This time of year, there's a huge buzz in the air whenever there's a hockey game ongoing. These kids out there, and playoffs are on. They all turn it up a gear. Getting a piece of that shot from Max Aguiar was Graham Stearns. Loudly off his glove and wide in that after that. Loose puck in neutral. Man crashing in for this for the Vineyard and finally dashed away from him. Not giving up there was Jake Scott. And now pursuing this and passing it back to his D is Aguiar. Now a puck that's going to be onto the stick of Jackie Pisano. And he'll send it into the Somerset Berkley zone, and they're going to call this icing with 6:10 remaining here in the second period. Face off in for the Vineyard in their own zone. Kenny Hatt gets it out. And Vincent Russell for Somerset Berkley will play it across the ice. Vineyard with the forechecking pressure. Couldn't keep it in the zone, but then it was a pass that was caught, and it's going to be a shot on Belchior. Looks like he got a small piece of that. Went from Liam Merrick to Cam Geary for the shot. And now another one from the left point. Hatt, that just misses. And Vineyarders got to go back out here with Gunderson going all the way down below his goal line with the Raider chasing. And now it's Hatt. Watches a couple guys breeze by him. Hatt the pass, that's on here for the control by Nick Ben David, but he was defended pretty well. And it's back to offense for Somerset Berkley. This man's going to test. He's going to just backhand it. That goes for a shot. And Stearns covers. It was played out there from Noah Taylor. Joshua Pacheco was going to the net for Somerset Berkley, but Stearns got to it in time. Nick Rigo for the Vineyard as we're back to action. He plays it up, hoping for a 100-meter. Doesn't get to him, and it's icing. Looking to see if we have any other scores. Relevant scores anyway. We got multiple levels of MIAA playoffs. We're just going to focus on what's relevant to these teams. Unless we get any finals, I'll tell you about them. It's going to be a backhanded pass out front. That is caught on and scored by Evan Afonso. Off the face-off win. Great connection there from, looked like Nathan Cordero's pass went over to Alfonso. And this game is tied at 1 with 4:59 remaining in the second. Alfonso scores. And absolutely no chance. Both goals that have been scored in this game have been no chances for the goaltenders. That one was a rip from Alfonso.
Somerset Berkley goal, program number 22, Alfonso. Assist number 18, Nate Cadero. And number 12,
And the secondary assist there, we'll talk about that in a second. Stearns makes the save on the shot from Davis Sullivan on the breakaway. The second assist there was to Ashton Bronco. As I said, the assist to Nathan Cordero with the pass. Now, this will be sent in from Jackie Bisano, wrong side of the red line, but it went off the stick of the Somerset Berkley skater. Now pass out in front. This goes on. Rister just missing Liam Merrick. Good pass to Merrick. Another one out in front. Save is made. Belchior from Cam Geary. Liam Merrick dove right in there in their circle. Hilarious moments for Graham Stearns as he goes for what I believe he thought was a delayed penalty that didn't come. I mean, it looked comical, but it's okay. Graham Stearns. And maybe he had a sound logic there. It could have been called a penalty, but maybe also on the other side a good non-call as well. Depends on who you ask, I suppose. Pass that goes into the edge of the circle there. Colby Zarba couldn't control. And we're down to about 2.5 minutes in this second period. This is brought in by Somerset Berkley. We're alive now. Trying to get it out in front there was Noah Taylor. He couldn't. Another crack at it from below the goal line by Jonathan Pacheco. And that didn't work out for Somerset Berkley. Now Zarba skating towards this one into the offensive zone. Gets bumped into the boards by Matthew Costa. And Somerset Berkley is going to get this out. And skated through neutral. And this man on the far side is going to wrist one finally. Huge rebound comes out, but nobody there for the rebound shot after an initial one from Jonathan Pacheco. And now Hunter Meter the other way for the Vineyard. Meter glides out in front. And doesn't get the shot. He was defended all the way. Another one comes in, but it's just wide of the net. And we're almost down to 100 seconds remaining in this second period. And this is going to be a loose puck. Two guys are at the point. Race for it. And they say it was sent down there by one of the guys there, Somerset Berkley's player, Nathan Cordero. So they're going to say this is icing on Somerset Berkley. They've tied this game on the goal from Nevin Alfonso. Face-off win for the Vineyard. 90 seconds to go. Puck played off the boards, intended as a pass, and almost taken there by the Somerset Berkley player, then stumbled. So that was all washed out. And now passed out to neutral from Nick Rigo. And now this is going to be a man skating on for the Vineyard. Shooting! Save! Rebound! And this swept away. That one from Liam Merrick. Up in the air, comes back down, landing into the Somerset Berkley zone. And we only have a minute remaining here in the second. Vineyard with the puck control in the offensive. Out in front! Save made, Belchior! Vineyard player that got that puck to go on net. was number 17, Nick Ben David. I believe it was 17, not 7. Half minute to go. This one is going to go for 100 meter. Meter somehow almost got out in front. Almost. A buzz here in this arena as we're down to the last 20 seconds of the second. Will we get another goal here before the buzzer sounds? Or will we go into the third period tied at 1? This is Logan Arujo. Offers it out in front. There's a man to take it and shoot. And it was going wide. The pad came out for Berkley, and that shot from Nick Rigo. Man couldn't race out with it through neutral for Somerset. Berkley was Noah Taylor, and we're down to the buzzer. After 2 periods, it's 1-1 in this playoff game between Martha's Vineyard and Somerset Berkley. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Welcome back. This is the third period, if you can believe it. We are already at the third period of this one. Feels like this has absolutely flown by, this game between Martha's Vineyard and Somerset Berkley in this MIAA Boys Ice Hockey Playoff Contest. First round, South Division 3. Winner of this one takes on the winner of number 4 seeded Dartmouth against number 13 seeded Rockland. And that'll be on Sunday at Gallo Arena. Winner of that one will play the winner of Bishop Stang versus Hopkinton Silver Lake. We already know one quarterfinal matchup on the other side of this South Division 3 bracket. That's going to be, speaking of Cape and Islands teams, John Paul II is going to be taking on Foxborough. And that's going to be at the Canton Ice House on Sunday. And in the other quadrant, it's going to be Hanover against North Quincy in the first round of the first round playoffs. That's happening tonight. Norwell beat Blue Hills 7-0. And so they're into the quarterfinals versus the winner of that Hanover North Quincy game that'll be decided tonight. That's everybody in this bracket. And now this is going to be played out in front. This is the puck in the Martha's Vineyard offensive zone. Elias Gunderson, open man in the near circle. Couldn't get that one on net, was Pete Gillis. And it's Somerset Berkley getting it out of its zone. Man tried to step on by the blue line. Offensive, didn't have any success. And now it's back into the Somerset Berkley Raider zone. And it's going to be cleared out of play. That one bonked out. Back out onto the ice. Was off somebody on the Somerset Berkley bench. I guess everybody's okay though. Actually, may have went off the metal stanchion behind, or whatever that support column is called. No time for this. The regular season, I might go on that one for a few more minutes. I guess that's my style, but gotta shorten that stuff up in the playoffs. We played the first minute of this third period. 1-1 to score. The Somerset Berkley Raiders getting the score from Evan Afonso to tie it up after the first goal. This one came from Colby Zarba for the Vineyard. Now this is a puck that's in on Dylan Belchior, the goaltender for the Somerset Berkley Raiders. Thanks so much for being with us live on Twitch via Twitter. This Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. First time getting to see Somerset Berkley. And a great crowd here at Gallo Arena watching this one. Far end of the ice. Martha's Vineyard zone. Gotten out, down the ice. And it is icing. As we get a slow start to this third period. No other scores to tell you about. Relevant to this one, still keeping an eye on that Hopkinton Silver Lake game. That's the other game that's ongoing right now. That Dartmouth-Rockland game should be starting any minute from, or what am I saying? It'll be on after this one, actually. So those players are all actually already here warming up. Twisted out in front, no. From Cam Geary. It's going to be a shot off the outside of the post. Geary keeps it alive for the Vineyard. Down low. This man holding on is Nick Van David. Right below us, there's a scrum. And now it's rushed out and ahead by Matthew Costa. And this will be a dump, and it goes in! Heartbreak for Martha's Vineyard. Jazzed up is Matthew Costa. He's the goal scorer. Unbelievable. Graham Stearns has got to feel pretty bad right now. Unassisted goal happened just a couple of weeks ago in the regular season. Sandwich High School was here, and another situation where a good steady goaltender lets in an inexplicable one. Nerves, maybe. Or just one of those things that happens even to the best. So the Vineyard, they've got to come back now, and it's going to be a wraparound. Gunderson, last name Elias, first name, making that attempt. Another one comes in, and Belkior makes another save, this one on Liam Merrick. So Martha's Vineyard responds well here. It'll be a loose puck. It's going to go back. Elias Gunderson was able to get it. And he'll pass, and it's Liam Merrick. Merrick now Hunter Meter. Meter stumbles into the corner. And there were a couple Somerset Berkley players on him, but he's able to get it out to the point for a shot that comes in. Loose in front, and unable to get that one time was Cam Geary. The great dive from Jonathan Pacheco. Liam Merrick behind. And Jonathan Pacheco can't clear. Now it goes on to the stick of Cam Geary, the pass, another one out in front, and Elias Gunderson was dealt with by Ashton Bronco, and it's clear. A great flurry from Martha's Vineyard. After going down 2-1, they really have turned it up a notch here, and they're trying to get this game back tied so they can let their goaltender Stearns forget about that one and get this one all squared away. Puck in the neutral zone. 10.5 minutes remaining now in the third period. Somerset Berkley with its first lead of the game. Rumbles into the Somerset Berkley zone, and this is offside. Let me tell you real quickly about my sponsor for this game. Thank you so much to Carpet Care, Martha's Vineyard, carpet, vinyl, tiles, and more. Call for estimates at 508-693-9462. Offering carpet cleaning and ceramic tile installation. CarpetCareMVI.com. That's 2 Ks. 2-1 to score, and as I gave you that, the penalty was called. I didn't see who was on. This is on Somerset Berkley. Vineyard gets the power play, and a shot right off the face-off. Belkior makes the save from Colby Zarba. Sorry, I didn't see that. I'll have to wait for the call, but this one is on Max Aguiar. And it's the third power play of the game for the Vineyard. Martha's Vineyard wins the face-off. Where's the call? Cross-checking was the call. Vineyard's been doing a great job in this game of keeping pucks in the zone that the Raiders of Somerset Berkley try to clear. This time, though, it does go all the way down. And this is lugged ahead. Man has it here from Martha's Vineyard on the bring in, getting out to the point. Kenny Hatch shot, deflected off the stick, almost inadvertently into his own net from Tyler Politano, but making the recovery. Hammered off the glass, an interesting angle, and the puck will not stay calm for Colby Zarba. Martha's Vineyard regathers in neutral. This is going to be skated along by Elias Gunderson into offensive. Gunderson deep with a minute on the power play. Stops, lost it, cleared all the way down by Tyler Politano. Another rush here for the Vineyard on the power play. Oh, but trying to step in there and having trouble doing so was Nick Rigo. That's because Jonathan Pacheco stood his ground. This will be skated along into Martha's Vineyard offensive ice. Played down low, and the steer along back to the far corner by Liam Merrick to Cam Geary. Geary shoots, and there's Logan Arudjo right on the doorstep. It's right there on the line. The glove to the backside from Dylan Belchior, and the whistle goes, and that one stayed out all the way. .8:38 remaining in the third. 18 seconds left on the power play for the Vineyard. Down 2-1. Vineyard controls off the face-off. Shot! Belchior, the glove save. Denying Nick Rigo. .12 seconds on the power play. Can the Vineyard win this face-off and get just the few seconds left of this power play and use them to their benefit? Geary on this face-off against Davis Sullivan. Can Geary wins it back. Point to point. Elias Gunderson. Here comes the bomb. And there was a little bit of a screen in front. It wound up going wide. Hustle onto the half boards to keep it in from Nick Rigo. And this works out. So backhander Liam Merrick on goal. Belchior the save with Cam Geary right in front. We're back to even strength. Pinch in now for Nick Rigo. Takes it all the way down. It goes off of either the skate or glove of Belchior, who bounces. And that gets applause from the folks watching here. Again, another great crowd at Gallo Arena. And let me just take this one opportunity to say great job by the MIAA staff. We see them all over the place here at Gallo Arena, and they're doing a great job of keeping everybody. Scores! This game's tied on the face-off win, 100 meter. .8:05 remaining in the third period, and it's tied at 2 on that rip of a shot from Meter. It's a new game. Vineyard, are they done here? Maybe not. Puck in the offensive zone for Martha's Vineyard. Loose puck. Controlled. Stepping out front. Logan Arudjo shot save. Rebound. Another one from Belchior. Getting it from Pete Gillis. All I was trying to do was compliment the MIAA. Look what it got me. They're doing a great job here running the show. That's all I wanted to say. And the Vineyard tied it right off the face-off win on the shot from 100 meter. This one's out to neutral. And dump back into the offensive zone for the Vineyard. Passing for Somerset Berkley. Tyler Politano has pressure. Passed out in front. And Cam Geary was pushed all the way in the slot from the puck going to his stick from Carter Stevens. This is Liam Merrick. Looking. Spinning. Merrick gets it behind the net for Nick Ben David out in front. Shot blocked. Elias Gunderson. Now another one comes in. Save is made. Belchior on the shot from Kenny Hatt. The Vineyard, they're buzzing. It goes out in front, and they can't clear Somerset Berkley. Initially, now busting out the center is Afonso. And this is Afonso, the goal scorer for Somerset Berkley. Now he's going to not be able to stay in the slot there. Pursuing it to the boards, checked. And more bodies come together as this puck is now on the Vineyard defensive zone. Another 6 to go in the third. And this puck's going to pop up, stay in play as it's taken deep into the Somerset Berkley zone by Cam Geary. It's going to go back. The rip. Saves made Belchior. He didn't know where the rebound was. That shot came in from the point. Now whistling a stoppage with 5:35 remaining in the third. Wow, what a game this is. Five and a half minutes to go in the third period. 100 meters goal has tied this game at 2, and it's been all Vineyard since then. Pushed the other way by Somerset Berkley. They're trying to stop this momentum from Martha's Vineyard. And they are riding a high right now. Martha's Vineyard, after a bad goal that put them back 2-1. They've gotten it back to even terms. 5 minutes remaining, less than that now here in the third period. This is in. It's a pass. That goes on off the post. Maybe the corner there, the post and the crossbar from 100 meter. Goes into the Martha's Vineyard zone. That chant is "Let's go Vineyard," and the majority of the Vineyard folks over on the right side. We're gonna get a stoppage and play here. Face off comes up. Comes up in the Martha's Vineyard zone. They give everybody instructions on how to get out of here. That's Boyd DeMello on the public address tonight. Wonderful voice. Calls all the public address for Falmouth High School. Here's Logan Arujo for the Vineyard. Shoots one. That one whistles by the net. Here comes a blast and another blocker save. Another save that was from the blocker, is how I should say that. Taken by the man there at the point for the Vineyard was Jackson Pacheco. Tried to glove that one down after it left, but unsuccessful. Here's Somerset Berkley on offense. Shot from the left circle, and there was a man on him. So it goes out of play. That shot from Evan Afonso. He's got one goal in this game, and almost just had another one there. 3:53 to go in the third. 2-2 the score. We'll have overtime. We've got to have overtime in this one. If we don't get a decision here in the next 3.5 minutes. Well, we started this game way before 6. This one hops out in front on a shot that's taken. It's loose. Swing and a miss of the man at the point. Ashton Bronco. Vineyard can't rush out from that. Battle for in front of the Somerset Berkley bench. Sent deep into the Somerset Berkley zone. Players arrive for it behind the Somerset Berkley net. And it's going to be controlled eventually by this Vineyard player, Nick Ben David. He lets it go out for a shot that goes wide. Man clamping down. Liam Merrick hoping to deflect that, unsuccessful. It's going to go back for Merrick from Cangiri. He's double teamed. And the puck rushed along, and it's going to be the Vineyard controlling neutral. Kenny had the pass, and that's a calm recipient there, and then tried to play it back, and that was ill-advised. Less than 3 minutes to go. In the third period, tied at 2. Brought in, I thought he carried that across the line. They should have blown that dead for offside. They just called delayed offside. The Vineyard, they works out for them. This is going to be a man 100 meter, almost getting that right to the net. And now Liam Merrick counts it off the far side boards. It's Gunnarsson controlling for the Vineyard. He's going to get to his own puck, and then he'll just send it deep. Now play below us. High off the glass from Carter Stevens. Kept in the zone. 2 minutes and change remaining in the third. Played out in front. Cleared by Carter Stevens. Now a man trying to get on through here is Davis Sullivan, unsuccessful for the Raiders. Now another man carrying it in is Jonathan Pacheco, but the Vineyard's got him covered. And really got him covered. Pacheco gets wrestled into the board hard. Right point shot, and Stearns makes the save on the shot from Evan Afonso. And All this action makes the volume level go up from the supporters watching here in Bourne this evening. 1:44 to go in the third period. These teams trying to advance, and we got a timeout that's been called. 1:44 remaining in the third period. Let us reset for you. Martha's Vineyard got the first goal from Colby Zarba, I believe. Actually, I'm forgetting who scored first, but okay, so let's do it this way. Martha's Vineyard 2 goals are from Colby Zarba and Hunter Meter. Somerset Berkley's 2 goals are from Evan Afonso and Matthew Costa. Vineyard has 1 power play goal. They're 1 for 3. Only 1 power play opportunity for Somerset Berkley. 1:44 to go in the third. These teams come out of the timeout. We got drama in this one. It's a 2-2 game. And a face-off coming up in the Martha's Vineyard zone. The Vineyarders have been really good on face-offs here today. Tied up, Vineyard eventually controls, and they get it out to neutral. And they'll be dumped back in by Vincent Russell. Whistle. Not sure why. Looking at the referees, didn't see any motions there in time, so not sure. We're gonna have a neutral zone draw here with 1:33 to go in the third period now. And the Vineyard, they control this face-off. And it's dumped into the Somerset Berkley zone. Pass ahead by Vincent Russell. More puck passing, and man stumbles here, eventually goes to him. It's Joshua Pacheco. Vineyard, though, getting it back, clearing it out to center. Man rushing ahead. This is Cam Geary, and that's going to go out of play because of the block there on the shot by Vincent Russell. 1:06 to go in the third. Face-off coming up for the Vineyard in the offensive zone. If you're watching this on Twitch via Twitter, this Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week, postseason edition. Martha's Vineyard and Somerset Berkley, Division III playoffs. We're tied at 2. Face-off would say that's a win for the Vineyard, but Somerset Berkley getting it out. And they're going to bring this in offside. And that gets us down to 59 seconds. Somerset Berkley wins this face-off. And this one is going to stagger across for a shot from the left circle. That one wouldn't go on net from Evan Afonso. Kept in by Somerset Berkley, under a minute to go in the period. And a pass up high is going to slide down into the Somerset Berkley zone. Here comes Hunter Meter in for this one for the Vineyard. Meter on the end boards, grabs us out in front. And that one off of Carter Stevens for Somerset Berkley. Vineyard's going to try and get back in, but it's checked off the stick of Meter. 20 seconds left. Shot. Stearns gets that one away from Davis Sullivan, out of play. 16.1 seconds remaining in the third. A face-off's coming up here in the Martha's Vineyard zone. Are we going to have overtime? Maybe. Maybe. 16.1 seconds. Face-off in the Vineyard zone. Here we go. Face-off win for Somerset Berkley. Shot from left point. Dribbling. 8 seconds left. Controlled by the Vineyard, and they might be settling for OT here. 5 seconds. Less. Loose. Rush. And the buzzer sounds. And yeah. All right, so what are we doing here, boys? I don't think we are... I'm going to ask the folks down here. Hold on. All right, here's how this is going to work. 8 minutes, 4-on-4, no ice resurfacing. I guess it's just going to get grittier and grittier out there. 4-on-4 hockey. Couple of number 30s goaltending, bumping into one each other. Dylan Belchior and Graham Stearns. Minutes up on the board. Sudden death. Doesn't get any better than this. Overtime is underway. Martha's Vineyard now attacking on the far end of the ice. Elias Gunderson will get this back from Jake Scott. Gunderson puts it out in front. It goes on through. Off the post! From Cam Geary. Here's Somerset Berkley, but they can't get in on side, so they got a delay here. Here comes the Somerset Berkley skater. He'll shoot. Stearns makes the save. Rebound. That's going to be chopped out of play. We played 37 seconds here in the overtime. Martha's Vineyard and Somerset Berkley tied at 2. Brought in. Shot won't go on net. Back for Hoffman Hearn for Martha's Vineyard. And he'll give it into the neutral. At the Somerset Berkley blue line. This is going to go down now into the Vineyard zone, and it's icing. We played a minute here in the overtime. Puck is dropped to the left of Dylan Belchior, the Somerset Berkley goaltender. It's going to roll along Hoffman Hearn. Playing that in the circle. Vineyard holds on here. Colby Zarba. Brister, that's blocked. It's going to bleed back for the control by Nick Rigo. And now over to Hearn. Played it in front, loose. Rigo controls it and keeps it in. Along the line, Hoffman Hearn's got to be aware, and he is. And he controls, and this is great for the Vineyard. They're back in quickly after they had to reset. But then they can't get anything going after that zone re-entry. We played over about 100 seconds now in the overtime. Pass, this is for Hunter Meter. Meter in the circle, cutting in front. Loose in front. Vineyard trying to get it back. Meter with the great effort. And dashed away from him. Now it's Kenny Hatt. Down low for Meter again. Meter on the goal line, in front, backhands it, and a diving effort to make sure Zarba doesn't get it for the Vineyard. And it's icing. And we have played 2 minutes and 6 seconds of overtime. Martha's Vineyard with a great chance there just a moment ago for the puck played out in front, but the great diving effort from the Somerset Berkley Raider. Now the face-off to the right of Dylan Belchior, and the Vineyard wins it. Kenny Hatt from the left point. Shot that's blocked. And Somerset Berkley, are they going to get clear here? They're going to do a little lateral puck movement. And it's going to be a snap pass on over to the left side. Vineyard with the forechecking pressure. It's going to go back out to neutral now. The Vineyard controls. Kenny Hatt a pass over. That gets a ooh, as it went over for Gunderson eventually. But there was a man there for Somerset Berkley, Pacheco, who was lurking. And now it's the Vineyard with the puck in deep. Off the boards. Shot goes off the end boards from Elias Gunderson. And here are the Raiders getting it out to center. Shot. Stearns makes the save on Jonathan Pacheco. And Elias Gunderson behind his own net. 5 minutes remaining in the overtime, the first overtime anyway. We'll keep playing until we get a winner. Logan Arujo had some trouble getting into the zone. Somebody's lost the stick. That's Arujo. Arujo is just going to head off for the change. His stick's still out there. Passed out in front. Somerset Berkley getting it out. Now this is broken up. But then a good effort by Carter Stevens, and this allows the Raiders to go to offense. One man in, backhand to save is made. Net budges off and stoppage. Davis Sullivan was there for Somerset Berkley. 4:26 down to that time in the overtime. The first overtime. We keep playing. But we have to put minutes on the clock. Now this goes out. Now, man hesitating in the blue line before finally just flicking it in is Noah Taylor. And Hoffman Hearn has a man come in on him. That's Taylor. Hearn holds on. Has another man in front of him, so he's going to go on the backboard route. This is risky for the Vineyard, but they're going to survive this. Skated out one-handed by Nick Rigo. Rigo is into the offensive zone, dropped it, and the man attempting to return it back to him couldn't. Aiden Marek. Marek's still wrapped up, just getting up now, was tied up with Matthew Costa. And it's Hoffman Hearn playing it off of the stick of Aiden Marek. And iced, or no, Stearns, the goaltender for MB, thought it was icing, but it wasn't. So Hoffman Hearn's going to lug it out to center. Loses it after he was bumped. And now this is going to be icing. No, this is the second one that they say no to. I got fooled twice, I guess. Vineyard controls anyway in their own zone. And this will be played out to center. And here is a not slapper from Cam Geary. Now he does shoot on the wrister. And the save is made by Dylan Belchior. Angled off the boards. It's going to go for Gunderson at the point, but it's disrupted. And this man couldn't skate with speed because he had to settle the puck down with Vincent Russell. Russell gets wrestled down, but then got back to the puck, but then played away from him. And then it's controlled on the contact by Jake Scott, and the Vineyard able to get it out. Now these players are really coming together hard and physical. About 2.5 minutes in this first overtime. Somerset Berkley has one player going in for offense. It's Jonathan Pacheco. Pacheco will send it wide. Jammed out in front. There's Pacheco by himself. Twisted out in front. That's off the stick of Logan Arujo, who dives to get it out for the Vineyard. No icing on Martha's Vineyard. That's going to allow for at least one new guy out there. This is 4-on-4. Arujo got replaced. This is Elias Gunderson for the Vineyard, taking it deep. Gunderson plays it out in front. Cam Geary couldn't get that one. This is going to not be a penalty. Wow. It was a 2-on-1 possibility there. Disrupting things was Jackson Pacheco. He went down for it. And now it's a shot, and a save is made by Belchior the other way on 100 meter. With 1:43 remaining in the overtime. Penalty not called on Martha's Vineyard after that disruption on the 2-on-1. They said it was all legal, man. Now 100 seconds left in this first overtime. What a game this has been, this playoff game between Martha's Vineyard and Somerset Berkley. This is skated through neutral by Tyler Politano. Politano, as soon as he brought it into the offensive, got checked by 100 meter. And now this is Cam Geary. Looks to be taking those long strides in, and he's able to do so. Geary tried to push it with some urgency to the point, but there was a player there for Somerset Berkley to stop that from happening, but now it's dumped back into the Somerset Berkley zone by Nick Rigo. 105, 103 left in the overtime, and now 1 minute. That's the announcement. 100 meter gets stood up in the circle. Left side, Meter back on this. Passes out in front. It's going to go eventually for the stick of Hoffman Hearn. That shot is blocked. And now it's Nick Rigo holding. Rigo passes down to the goal line in front. And that's going to be shoveled out by the Somerset Berkley Raiders. And this is going to be one-on-one. And it's going to be a slapper. Glove save. Davis Sullivan. That may have been going wide, but Stern's not taking any chances for the Vineyard. 31 seconds left in overtime. 4-on-4 action continuing. Vineyard wins the faceoff. Kenny Hatt snaps that one out. Race for the puck. Colby Zarba will get bumped by Vincent Russell and sits there at the blue line, and eventually it's going to be taken by Evan Afonso. Afonso can't get through the circle. Kenny Hatt got the job done there for the Vineyard. And Hatt behind his own net. He'll pass. Logan Arujo. And one overtime is in the books. And we are now going to do 3-on-3. That's what I'm being told up here. This is my first look at overtime in the playoff. Okay. So somebody up here knows what he's talking about.
Then after that, it goes to shootout.
Okay. We're going to have a shootout then if we don't get it on 3 overtime. I am learning all this on the fly. Again, that's 4 goals scored in this game. Colby Zarba and 100 meter for the Vineyard. For Somerset Berkley, the goals from Evan Afonso and Matt Costa. Minutes on the board, and we are told it is going to be a shootout if we don't get overtime settled here in the next 8 minutes. It's going to be 3-on-3. Hold on to your hats. The 3 players out there for Martha's Vineyard: Logan Arujo, Elias Gunderson, and Jake Scott. The 3 out there for the Somerset Berkley Raiders, that's 22, 11, and 5. Jonathan Pacheco, Vincent Russell, and Evan Afonso in numerical order from lowest to highest there. 3-on-3. Jonathan Pacheco stops, passes, off the post! From Evan Afonso! Off the back of the net, Elias Gunderson will get it. What a setup that was. This is Gunderson. Drops. Pass. Shot. Save. Made. On that shot from Logan Arujo. Belkier, the goaltender for Somerset Berkley, got it. At his own line, shoveled along by Pacheco, and it's back, and now through neutral. Tied up, taken 100 meter. Swept away from him. Look out here. A pass, that's gonna go good. And it's gonna be a shot. Jonathan Pacheco takes the shot, and the save was made by Stearns, the goaltender. Colby Zarba will offer it over. And now it's skated through neutral, ahead by Nick Rigo into the offensive zone. Rigo shoots. Save is made. I believe at getting a piece of that was Belkier. It's behind the net now, and it's going to be controlled by Somerset Berkley. And now this is a pass to Afonso. He'll take this pass out in front with a diving Vineyard player. It didn't go cleanly for Sullivan. Play it out in front. And now taken again by Rigo. And he tries to pass the 100 meter unsuccessful. This is going to go back though for Rigo. Rigo's in for the Vineyard. Rigo behind the net. Nick Rigo holding on. And 3-on-3, you got to be cautious. Twisted down low for Liam Merrick. And now to Colby Zarba. Zarba is wedged off the puck. And it goes on to the near side. We're down to 5.5 minutes in overtime. Open man out at the left circle is Liam Merrick, and he'll slide it down low. Somerset Berkley trying to get it out. No, Vineyard holds on here. Zarba turns to the forehand, shoots. Glove save is made by Belchior. Zarba passes. Hearn grabs this. Hoffman, Hearn to the net. No! Couldn't see if that was a save for Belchior or if that touched the post. Skated out to neutral and now grabbed in his own zone. Shell wheeling with this. And passing it ahead is Cam Geary down, but this is taken by Somerset Berkley. One-on-one and a defensive effort by Hearn. And this is going to be a breakaway. It's Liam Merrick. He scores! Are you feeling lucky? Buy a lottery ticket. Martha's Vineyard wins it in overtime over Somerset Berkley, 3-2. With 4:42 remaining in OT. Martha's Vineyard's moving on. These poor kids don't have time much to celebrate. They get the Zamboni out on the ice right away, but the Vineyard, they win this one. And they're going to play another game on Sunday. And we'll tell you about that one as soon as we figure out what the logistics are going to be for that one. Martha's Vineyard's moving on. They beat Somerset Berkley 3-2 in OT here at Gallo Arena. The hero is Liam Merrick. With what turned out to be a breakaway. Initially it looked like it was going to be a 2-on-0, and then it turned into Merrick going in by himself and burying that one. Wow, what a game this was here in Bourne. Thanks so much for being with us. That does it for the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. We'll see you for the next one. Good night for now.